Hello and welcome back to another episode of Broken Sword. I finally figured out what I was missing last time, so yeah, let's just do that and then you can see how embarrassing it is that I didn't figure this out, considering how many items I've been showing to pretty much everybody I've been talking to. But yeah, it's basically this.
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers. But he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
Yeah, so I just needed to show her one of my items. And that didn't... I mean, I thought I had shown her, but I guess I missed it, so yeah. There we go. But we're back on track.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Well, that's one way to do it, I guess.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay, so I'm not gonna...
It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from
I'm not gonna open it here then, I guess. And I mean, this is a part of the game I remember, where the thugs outside, that's probably the thing they're looking for. I'm just gonna see what he actually says if we go here.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flat.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's it.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Oh wait, did I just kill George? Oh. Okay. I thought it was gonna trigger... I thought it was going to trigger... you know, like a cutscene where he's saying like, oh, I shouldn't go out there. But I guess that happened, so I might edit this out. Just me doing this again. It's not exactly too exciting. But I mean, I can try talking about something while we do this to keep you entertained.
Hi, ma'am.
All you Zero people
George,
watching.
what can I do for you now?
Merlin, Gruber.
Would you like to keep Merlin's
Yeah,
pass?
let's just skip.
I should, but he wouldn't.
I can probably skip a lot of it actually, so might not be too bad. But yeah, I remember this part of the game. I just didn't realize that you'll actually kill George if you just walk outside.
What's the...
He is...
but if he tries it...
My...
One.
Yeah, usually I just let all the dialogue play out for the let's play, but
I don't know.
but yeah, this is and he walks very slowly,
Voilà,
of course.
monsieur.
Thanks.
Huh?
The clerk,
Okay,
I decided.
now that's not too bad. I might not edit that out. Who knows? I'll figure it out later. Now we can do the thing that I remember that I have to do. I mean, I could have done it immediately, but I just wanted to see what happened. And I guess it's kind of funny to watch George get thrown in the river, you know, in a kind of dark way. So here we go.
I
Yeet.
knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Yeah, I mean, that works. All right. Let's go and get that manuscript. And hopefully we don't have to talk to any of these people again. Especially the lady. She's been pretty... I mean, she's been helpful, but she's kind of annoying, you know.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this already.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay.
I wonder how many other things about the puzzles I'm going to remember.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
It was actually the... Oh, okay, we're just gonna fast travel.
You're
That's
just
fine.
not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan
That's a
left it
strange
in the safe
position
at
to
the
stand
Uber.
in.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It
George
could be,
looks kind of
which means it's
like
worth
he's
enough
trying
to kill
to...
for.
I don't know.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah, maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse.
Maybe
Whatever
they're
this
just lonely,
manuscript
or
means, it's
Siamese
connected to the
twins.
Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Oh, I'm guessing that's what we're gonna find eventually. So these guys are probably looking for the
So
treasure.
The treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after.
Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, George. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
What about... Yeah, we haven't... Yeah, let's just do the talking
Let's
points.
take another look at the manuscript.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krön Museum. I'll give you the address.
I think I kind of remember the museum as well.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
Well, she has a point, I guess.
There's a guy working on a loom.
Oh, we already talked about that.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
Wow.
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Well, I don't have a good comment for that. That's you can use your own imagination for what being the lower half of a bull would be.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
It's not making much sense to me so far, but...
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Okay, I guess we're done with that for now. It's kind of interesting. Oh, so the suitcase is just not a topic anymore. Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll check out the Krön Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
Yeah, let's just go there immediately, I guess. So I think we're going to be hunting treasures, and we're going to be hunted by criminals. Let's see. Let's just examine the area first. Might get some clues about something that we need to know.
I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and vaulting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
Yep, that's pretty dumb. I don't. There are certain memories I have of the games where I'm not sure if it's the second game or the first one. Oh, this is the thing in the manuscript. The thing with the crystal or whatever on it. So,
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age.
Let's see if George
and pitted with
recognizes
rust. It was identical to the tripod
Well,
pictured on the
yep.
manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marn, at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
He's so excited.
I will ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Let's talk to this guy, or let's examine everything first in case we get some clues. Oh, it didn't click?
The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me.
Watch out! You will have that done on top of us!
It's really picky, this guy. He doesn't want me touching anything or saying much, it seems like.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
It's kind of strange that he doesn't get kicked out just from that alone, just by touching like an ancient artifact. Like you'd think he'll kick him out.
I tried to raise the glass cover of the case, but it didn't budge.
Let's see, is there a different reaction if I
The case
left
contained 2
or
rows
right
of
click?
silver coins. Each coin on the lower row showed a portrait of a guy with a huge nose. The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
Okay.
It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid. It was a statue from ancient Egypt. Those old civilizations sure could teach us a few things about art and beauty.
And what about this?
I was no desecrator of tombs.
Yeah, let's talk to him and see.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobineau?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy.
His accent is pretty great.
But Lobineau does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Let's start with the tribe. That's the thing we're interested in.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
Okay. So, are we going to steal that?
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
Okay, so let's figure out how we're gonna fool.
Triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
Okay. I'm still not sure how we're going to do anything about that.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
Our example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little hoard lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, The King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
Well, I have no clue.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Okay, so we're gonna have to find this Lobineau guy.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Well, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied hard and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
Wow, that's harsh, George. Let's shake his hand.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
I feel like every character we're gonna meet is gonna have an excuse.
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh no, I don't frequent places like that.
Places like what?
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers. Do you recognize this ID pass?
He just had no reaction to being wrong about that.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not. Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
Thanks for your help.
the alarm system. Let's see if we can figure out something.
The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript. As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
Hey, no! No, monsieur. No.
What's wrong?
You must not handle the exhibits.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so do we have to like distract him somehow? Because he was talking about this thing maybe falling down.
The totem pole looked distinctly out of...
So maybe that's
Watch
the thing.
out! You will have that done on top of us.
And opening this doesn't do anything really.
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
I always wondered how it felt to be a mummy.
Or maybe we have to do it when he's turned around. Maybe that's a part of it. This painting, we have
It
to
was
look
a
at that.
tapestry of a lady, a lion, and a unicorn. If I'd had more time, I could have stared at it all day.
So he has his back turned now.
Do you have a fetish about closets, monsieur?
I mean,
I just love the smell of
don't kink
mothballs, I
shame
guess.
him.
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian. I was no desecrator. It was a stone carving from ancient Egypt.
See, is there something I haven't inspected yet?
The attendant had an air of self-importance and the kind of steely eyes that never seemed to blink.
This is a different display, so there might be something else than the coins.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked.
Here's the thing I just noticed. Let's just see
The
what this
case
is.
contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read, L'Âge Paléolithique.
Probably not important, but
A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window.
let's try it.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
He gets hungry
Their
or something.
burgers on a charcoal grill. And the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled. And it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
So maybe now I have to wait for him to be all the way over here and then open the windows and then sneak into this. From there I'm not exactly sure. I think maybe that's, I mean, he's walking around for a reason, I guess. Otherwise they just make him stand still. Okay, let's try it now.
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
Okay, and let's head over here. Okay, so now, what are you doing, George? Are you just gonna wait here until nightfall or something? Because that's pretty extreme.
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
Yeah. So what's the solution to that? Let's examine this. Nothing really.
High above me was a window.
So we need him to leave? Is that or do we need something? Let's take a trip outside and see if there's anything. Because can we even...
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The temporal connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
Okay, so you're gonna get it later, maybe? Oh, we're just gonna go to the airport. Okay. I think I remember this area.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarne. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
These windows look kind of strange. Let's look at the menu. Okay.
The menu was limited. It read, "No food today." I didn't care. I'd lost my appetite somewhere over the Irish Sea.
Okay, great service. What is this thing?
It was a featureless plastic box firmly attached to the wall of the building. It was a trap door in the sidewalk. I tugged at the plastic cover, but it didn't move.
Do I have it? No, no items. And this probably won't budge. Yeah.
I tugged at the trap door, but it was locked from the inside. The drain was covered with an iron grating, through which I could hear the rush and surge of running water. I took hold of the grating and pulled hard.
And this guy standing here, he just doesn't care that there's a man trying to tear apart the building.
The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip. Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
Frostbite. He looks like a very small man. He doesn't look like a kid.
Rosso's the name. Murder's my game.
Are you a detective?
Oh,
Let's
we're
just say
answering.
I'm
Okay,
here to
well.
find the truth.
Cool. Just like on the telly.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I. See what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something
He
in the grin on
runned
his
away.
face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year.
Okay, let's, I mean, of course we have to try shaking his hand.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha. Neat, huh?
Didn't feel a thing.
Well, it didn't look like he didn't feel a thing, but I guess he has his pride.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
This accent is great.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Work experience course at school. That gives me a choice of going down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding. Take a look at this, McGuire.
It's an ID card. What of it?
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seen him.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
Sure. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
It's a clown's nose. I was almost killed by the guy who wore it.
You should run tests on that, mister. You could identify the murderer with a sample of his snot.
Yuck. I don't think so.
And he's not a real police inspector, so...
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like...
Okay, so my doorbell rang, so there's gonna be an edit there. Yeah, let's just continue. There are just some people at my door just wanting things.
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only...
What?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, it's gonna be haunted, I guess.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
Pretty sure he's scared of something.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh. There's a ghost.
Oh, okay.
It's called the Phantom of Lochmarn.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worse. It was coming from inside the castle.
I'm trying to remember what logical, natural explanation for it was, but I can't remember.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Well, I guess we're done with him for now.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
So, I'm guessing what we really want to do is get to the castle. So, maybe we should check out what we would need, because there's probably going to be some sort of obstacle.
On the back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall. The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots. Hi, do you speak English?
Well, no, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
Okay, let's shake his hand. That's a good idea.
Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Oh, it's theatrical grease paint.
And
Sure,
that makes
George.
it all right, does it? I must remember that next time someone complains about the state of me handkerchief.
What do you make of this matchbook?
Seems ordinary enough to me.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Is it used on sheep?
No, it's for
I
lifting
really
the
hope
covers
not.
off drains.
Never. How?
Well, the end of the tool fits into the hole in the cover.
They'd slip out. Angles are wrong. You'd never do it.
I have. I did it in Paris. Do you recognize the name on this card?
I can't read that little writing.
It says Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics.
Is that your name, Tommy Merlin?
No, but what a great stage name. It had what my high school hypnosis act had lacked, style and class. For a few seconds, I bathed in spotlights on a thundering tide of applause. Tommy Merlin, hypnotist.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, I just remembered something. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. He's not a friend of yours, is he?
Oh no, far from it. In fact, I believe it's the face of a killer.
I knew it! Piggy eyes. Can't trust him.
I guess the eyes is one way to tell
Does
a
this
killer
false nose mean
from a
anything
normal
to you?
person.
You're a circus clown.
No, but I got this from someone who disguised himself as a clown.
Let's ask about the book before we get into
Good
the
book?
real
A book?
subject
It's a
matter.
passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners, the 1978 edition.
Well, that's specific.
What's so cool about Home Improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the plate. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Surely the portrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen The Greatest Story Ever Told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves. What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
So he's not talking about ghosts, at least.
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar Preceptory.
Oh, Templars. That's a subject we need to get into.
Where was the site of the Templar Preceptory?
Right here on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls there's a Templar chapel.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. You think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance, not while I'm here to stop you.
Okay, so we need
I have to go now.
somehow either distract him or find another way, but I'm assuming it's gonna be...
Get away, you... Can't you see the load's unstable?
Yeah, it doesn't look safe. Let's see what's over here.
The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood.
Yeah. Well, you gotta try. Just see
Pushing
what
with all
happens.
my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
It's not a bad idea, George. See, I'm guessing... Yeah. I'm gonna have to go to the pub and get some item or something, probably. Or, hang on, let's see if he has anything new.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, nothing new.
See you later, kid.
Okay, Mr.
There's a selection of patrons. Let's start with Bill Gates over here.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
Oh, this guy's sneezing, like, holy shit. Well, okay.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
This guy does not seem trustworthy at all.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
I don't trust him.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
Maybe we're going to get this guy drunk then. His fucking dishwasher is pretty... I'm not sure what that's about.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Good.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong.
Hopefully
It's
not.
for opening manhole covers.
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every day.
Check out this pass.
Yeah. It's yours, is it?
Not exactly. Do you recognize the name?
Thomas Merlin? No, never heard of him.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No. At least I don't think so.
Look closely. He has a scar on his face.
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose. I wouldn't have minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
Okay.
See you later.
I'm not sure what this guy's problem is, but... Oh, we have a phone. That's nice to know.
I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their clothes or the length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses.
Well, let's try him and see. He might be a good guy.
Hi there, old-timer. What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner.
Well, I guess he's
Pious
gonna...
prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No, I'd know it if you were.
Let's shake his hand.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it.
Okay, that makes sense. He probably needs a tissue.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Yeah. So sneezing your shit all over that's hygienic.
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Can you identify this tool?
No.
Take a look at this ID card.
Take a look. Oh, yes. Little plastic picture.
I don't suppose it means anything to you, does it?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
No, I don't have a scar on my face and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
Yeah, this guy's not gonna be much help, I think.
What does this red nose mean to you?
I suppose you're collecting for charity?
No, I'm not. I want to know if you've seen someone wearing a nose like this.
No, I haven't.
Since he has hay fever, maybe he's related to the guy with the haystack.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Okay.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Isn't that the thing the kid outside said?
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day.
But a ghost is perfectly normal. Okay.
No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh!
Oh, these people.
I'll see you later.
Well, that's one mystery sort of solved, I guess. So, are we gonna go in there for some reason?
The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge on a medieval castle.
Let's talk to everyone first. Like, this guy's probably
The guy
too
with
busy.
the fiddle seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him. He wasn't listening. Hi, my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Let's shake his hand.
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No, but you should show that to my granny. She could tell you fortune from it.
From a soiled tissue?
Sure. Some people read tea leaves. My granny reads handkerchiefs.
That makes sense.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
What do you make of this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
That's right. I found it in Paris.
Well, you look at that. A French sewer key. Marvelous.
So he just brought that on the plane with him, I guess?
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
Well, no.
That took a long time.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
No. Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
What does this false nose mean to you?
I was afraid it was going to crash
no,
there.
You're a clown.
No, not me.
Ah, you're a good one, aren't you? Did you hear that, Michael?
I hate clowns.
Listen to this fella. I hate clowns, says he. Isn't he just the funniest man you ever did see, Michael? He's not a clown, Doyle. He's not even remotely funny.
Thanks.
That's nice.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He just joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
Yeah, let's try.
That's right. Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
What excitement?
George is pretty good at just making things up and going along with it, I guess.
Do you know anything about Peagram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Peagram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Wow. Well, that's a pretty picture.
Did anyone from the village work at Peagram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve.
What?
Hadn't I done
Incontinent?
more than the rest of them put together?
Is it true that Peagram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat? That gem is the talk of every town from Lochmarn to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me. The lucky sod. So that's why he scampered.
Is that the gem that's like on top of the tripod in the
Bye for
manuscript,
now.
maybe? Let's talk to the owner.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Yeah, we need a room.
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Okay. Reminds me of a certain Fawlty Towers episode.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
That's one way of putting it, I guess.
What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle.
Oh, so who's the first?
It's only an old ruin anyway.
Maybe Khan or something? Let's...
Do you recognize this man?
No,
okay.
I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Dial.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
These people are...
never mind.
So... strange.
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people.
I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say.
Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Mick. That's the way to deal with journalists.
I'm guessing this person... I'm not sure who would... if it's not him, then who would it be? I think it might be related to this guy because he keeps looking at his watch. So maybe he's meeting someone here.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No. You're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Would he be having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so. Does this false nose mean anything to you?
It's not Red Nose Day again, is it?
I don't know. But this is part of a clown's costume.
I know that. Good God Almighty. What do you take me for?
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot. Here's something which might interest you.
Huh? Well, what is it?
My passport to the sewers of Paris.
Is that so? Did you see the snooker last night, Mr. O'Brien?
We haven't got a television, Michael.
I know that. Why is it, if you don't mind me asking?
If God had meant us to watch television, we'd all be like Doyle.
I take it no one wants to hear about my underground escapades.
I'd rather drink my own beer.
Well, that's pretty...
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Oh, jeez.
Is it because of the virus?
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
What's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Okay, so...
Thanks.
I don't know about the beer.
The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses with a creamy white froth on the top.
So how much is he going to drink? Hopefully there's a reason why I'm doing this.
Somehow I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. The glass was empty. Somehow I felt...
Okay, so there's gotta be something with that glass.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
Can I even go there? He probably won't let me unless I have a reason to.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
Okay. What is this? Is this a glass? Seems like it's a different thing.
As the man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
Oh, okay. So I got a towel for some reason.
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopaline Stout builds body.
And what exactly am I supposed to... What is this?
I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last.
Yeah, there are a lot of like tiny items every once in a while. Let's try showing that. It's probably not gonna do anything, but I'll have to fucking exhaust all our options because I'm not really sure what's happening right now.
Hello.
Ever seen this towel before?
Doesn't it belong on the bar?
Very observant, Fitzgerald.
Let's try calling and see if anything is different.
Allô? Couleur? J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
Ireland? What are you doing there?
It's a long story.
Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. You probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
Okay. Oh, what's this string?
Almost as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table.
So, what's the point of the string?
Hello again.
What?
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
So, I don't understand what the string is for.
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece of wire.
And what am I supposed to do with that?
It was a short piece of wire, twisted into a rough circle. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
So that might be related to the electrical box outside. I think it's an electrical box at least.
Maybe not.
I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing with these things.
Hello.
What do you suppose this wire is used for?
How should I know?
Maybe I can get the box open with it somehow. I'm not sure what the towel is for though.
I tapped the plastic with the lifting key, but it was too strong to shatter.
Okay. Will this fit?
The workman's key was the obvious tool to use to open this trap door. It was specifically designed for a job like this. Unfortunately, there weren't any holes in the trap door.
I'm not... Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Let's talk to him again. Maybe he has some new information.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
What do you think this wire could be used for?
Stealing cars. There's only one problem.
The local policeman?
No. Nobody in Lochmarn has got a car.
What do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
I still don't know what to do with it though.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Because apparently we're waiting for one of the guests to check out. And there's nothing down here except water as far as we know.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Does this curiously twisted piece of wire mean anything to you?
Oh dear. Now what would you be wanting with a cruel snare like that?
Oh, it's not mine. It belongs to the old guy in the bar.
Ah yes, it would.
They probably know each other.
Have you any use for this towel?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear me, no.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's
I have to go now. Maybe not. No.
I'm not really sure about this. Because we need to climb this somehow, probably.
On the back of the cart was a...
And he doesn't want any of these items. It's not like we can use this on the pile either, I think.
Don't climb on the...
Yeah. I mean, we could try picking the lock, but it's probably not going to work.
I didn't have the first idea how to pick a lock.
Yeah. What about breaking it down? Probably not working.
The gates were made of...
Yeah, there's got to be something in the town that we're missing. Something in the bar, probably. Because if we walk all this way, there's not really anything there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, no, we gotta get inside and see. There's something we're missing, I'm pretty sure. Let's show the items to these guys in the meantime while we try to think about this.
Hello there. Mine...
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien.
Oh,
Can I help you?
we didn't talk to him as a separate thing.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
What about a tripod?
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
So, yeah, the gem is related to the tripod, I guess.
How can I get into the castle?
Well, those walls were built specifically to stop people getting in, Mr. Stobart. But I dare say you'll find a way, if you've the will.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business.
Oh,
and
are
I
we
don't
going to
blame
find the corpse of this guy in the castle, maybe?
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, cannot be missed in Lochmar.
I'm pretty sure
Maybe
he's
now
dead.
the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
And he's going to be... We're going to find him in a castle somehow.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem, which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
No, I'm a police
Oh no.
inspector.
Thank the Lord for that.
Does this towel mean anything to you?
Sure, it's one of Leary's towels. Are you planning on stealing it?
Just borrowing it, if you must know. Does this red nose suggest anything to you?
It's a clown's nose, isn't it? I haven't been to a circus since I was 10 years old. O'Donnelly and I walked all the way to Ballymore, 15 miles in our bare feet.
Okay.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
What do you make of this piece of wire?
It looks ordinary enough to me.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
How come you know that?
I'm a man of the world, Mr. Stobart.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
He might not be onto something.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
I'd rather not. You see, I happen to notice that vibrating buzzer in your palm.
What do you make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease paint.
There's no fooling you, Mr. O'Brien.
Okay.
Goodbye for now.
We got some new information about the
Hey.
archaeologist,
Hello there again, mister.
Pegram. We'll just show him these items just to
Does
see
this
if
piece of
anything
wire mean anything to you?
comes of it.
Not me, mister.
What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards of the Vatican itself.
I found it on the bar under your elbow.
I thought it looked familiar.
Bye for
I'm
now.
not sure how drunk they are, but I have a suspicion
Excuse
that
me?
it's
Yes, sir?
a bit drunk. A little bit drunk at least.
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
Good God, man. Put it away.
What's the problem?
Don't play the innocent with me, mister. What you do with that wire is your own business, but don't drag me into it.
Okay. I'm not sure what he's trying to say, but
May I borrow this towel?
sure.
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Oh, he has another string. The sneezing guy had another one. I probably don't need another one though.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh no, I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
That's right. In the best room in the house.
That's the one with the bed.
Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a gutful of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
That's a
Thanks.
strange way to put it, but sure. Yeah, we don't need another one.
Get out. Get.
Okay. So maybe the kid outside knows about Pegram, or the guy up by the castle. He has a strange technique for opening doors.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, because he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure? Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Oof, well, I'm with you there.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram bought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh yeah, that's the sketchy guy.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Lochmarn all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon
Oh, so
Pegram
maybe
made
he
off with
found it,
and
then
I'd go to
the news
Amsterdam,
got out,
chop
and
it
then
up
the
and sell
assassins
it. He
started
could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
putting things in motion. So yeah, I
See you
should
later,
be talking
kid.
to the
Okay, mister.
Fitzgerald Fitzsimmons guy. I mean,
Hello.
he might be waiting for him to come back, but he just never did.
Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
McGuire says you did.
You don't believe that damned hooligan, do you?
Why not?
His probation officer could tell you a tale or two.
Have you heard about the gem which Pegram found?
I heard a rumor, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can you?
Why was he holding here when he was talking?
Where can I find Professor Pegram?
I heard he's gone fishing. I don't know where.
See you later.
Okay, that's strange. Let's see if he's seen anything.
Hello again.
What?
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender.
I'm not sure
as
where
a
this is
maiden's.
going.
Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what
Oh,
gets my
he's hunting
juices
rabbits.
flowing.
Yeah. Okay, that's not creepy in any way at all.
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
He doesn't
I'm
care about
talking
the
about
rabbits.
the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
Well, this guy's a nice guy.
Do you know Pegram the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it?
Even his glass
No, I don't know him.
moves when he sneezes.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
So, I'm not sure, maybe I just need to talk to the guy at the castle. He seems like the...
Yes, sir?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald very well?
I know him enough not to sell him more than 2 pints. He's like a kid when he gets a few beers inside him.
Well, I'm not surprised. He's on medication for his nerves.
There's nothing wrong with his nerves. He's just screwy.
Screwy.
Thanks.
So I should give him the beer.
The glass contained a dark...
I just should convince him
Hello.
to get a beer? That doesn't work.
Sorry to bother you.
Let's ask these people if they know something about him.
Hey! Hello there again, mister.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who, Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Okay, let's see if he's happy enough to talk about it now.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Well, I think I'm gonna stop it there for now. And then I guess in the next episode we're going to end up in the castle. So bye bye for now. Hope you're enjoying it, even though this is my first Let's Play and doing this type of thing. So who knows how good it is, but you know, whatever. If you're enjoying it, then keep watching. If not, then feel free to not. But there will be more. I will do the next episode shortly. Bye bye.